Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. This one skips the landing zone, goes all the way over the back line, so the ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Putting the tight end in motion. On the ground, here's Etienne. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, it's Etienne. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Watkins motioning over. On 1st and 10, Fields. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd down. It's Fields. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And 3rd down coming up.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
What a call. this opening drive, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Fields to throw for it. That's complete to Watkins. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and
he's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Steelers. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Raven first down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Jackson up top again. He'll go right and find his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and a yard. In motion comes Andrews. To the air one more time with Jackson. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Jackson. This one caught at the 4. To the pylon, he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Watkins motioning over. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Etienne. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Watkins motioning over. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Deron Payne there for the stop. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A gain there of 21. That's a Steeler 1st down. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Austin brought in motion. Off the play action, here's Fields. He's got it inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. First down throw there is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And it's going to lead to fourth down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The carry here for Etienne. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. Fields now to throw on 1st down. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now, Fields. He'll get rid of it and complete it. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Fields going to look to run this himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Steelers. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one. Through the end zone, it's a touchback. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson now. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A give up the middle for Mitchell. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to take this all the way home. Keaton Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens draw closer here. It's 21-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Here's Fields. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Watkins motioning over. They go play action with Fields. That's complete to ETN. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
So initially, I think the defense did a really nice job, Mike. They took away the quarterback's first couple reads, but he knows exactly where that check down is. He finds him. It's the running back in the flat. He ends up doing the rest. Picks up a nice gain before stepping out of bounds.
First down. Fields. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Second down. It's Fields. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that is incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. That is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Fields to throw for it. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. A give to Mitchell. And And he's going to have a Ravens first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line. They'll go again with Mitchell. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Second down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. He gets this complete, finding Adams. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Again, it's Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Now he'll run. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Back to throw is Fields. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
They'll run it over center with Mitchell. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Off the play fake. Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Jackson now on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Here's a third down and 4. Jackson up top again. This is intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. And the Steelers are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Now a handoff. Etienne. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Fields now on second down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. Austin brought in motion. On the give, it's Etienne. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. To throw is Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired, and the 3rd has come to an end. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Watkins motioning over. Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Watkins motioning over. 4th down, Fields. He'll try to run for it. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on fourth down. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Fields to the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It was probably a touchdown.
From the gun, a give to Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Fields now. This one complete to Washington.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And this one online, and it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Can't fault the effort. He got a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
In motion comes Andrews. On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. On the ground, here's Etienne. And that one going to be closed down to the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First and 10. Once again, it's Etienne. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Third and 5. Do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Here's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now, second and inches. Throwing Jackson. That is caught at the 3. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Henry tries to pull his way in. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1. And a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first down. Fields. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. We'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
This offense still has the one timeout to use. First and 10 coming up now. Here's Fields. That's complete to Etienne. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. This is first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This a potential game winner. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.